Are you hungry? Sophia questioned as she switched the radio to another rock station. We had been driving down I-35 West for 25 minutes now. We had nowhere to go. Well, nowhere we wanted to go. We were just sailing down the concrete sea in Sophia's silver Chevy Malibu. I had taken a brief pause from debating with Sophia on her right to complain about being hot when she decided to wear a big white sweater. It was a dumb argument, yeah, but it was these silly arguments that I missed the most. It had been almost 3 months since the last time we spoke. Besides some other issues, our jobs and classes made it pretty hard to keep in touch. Yeah, all I had is a sliced toast today. I responded in a mumble, as my attention focused mainly on responding to one of the reasons me and Sophia didn't hang out anymore. My happy expression faded as I leaned back in the grease-stained gray passenger seat and stared at my cracked iPhone screen. My phone buzzed in my hand as Liz was starting another one of her I hate everything rants. It was a real sweet thing to text your boyfriend you hadn't talked to in 3 days. I shifted my legs and hit an empty Starbucks cup as a pang of guilt hit me for how cynical I was being. Good, 'cause I'm really hungry. We should get something to eat, Sophia suggested, her humming to the radio song bringing me out of my thoughts. Her voice was soft, sweet, and quiet, barely projecting herself over the car AC and low tunes of the radio. It was her usual tone that carried an illusion of innocence about her. I don't know. I don't really have the cash to eat out right now, I half lied. Yes, I didn't really have any money at the moment, but my mind was switching into full support mode as I started to think about an excuse to have Sophia take us back. Liz was still sending messages, and I knew she was going to ask me to go see her. I needed to go comfort her, just like the numerous times I've done before. I looked back at my phone and saw that it was her bitchy English professor that triggered her depressed mood. I could feel myself furrowing my brow and take another sigh as I stared down at my phone. I don't mind paying for you, Jimmy, Sophia said. You know I don't like people paying for me, I murmured. Then see it as a favor, if that will make you feel better. Now come on, you need to eat something. You're starting to look grumpy. I looked up from my phone and was met with Sophia's sweet smile. I could feel my cloudy head start to clear a little as I took in the light brown, heart-shaped face that has always managed to make me smile through the years. I let out a little grin which made Sophia smile even more. That big smile of hers reminded me of all the fun I could be having right now instead of stressing over Liz. I comforted her dozens of times now. She'll be fine if I skip this one time. Alright, fine, you win, I submitted as I deleted the message I was typing and slid my phone back into my tan cargo pants. Great. Now, what are we going to eat? Sophia asked as she started to look around her surroundings. I stared out the foggy window and watched Sophia break off from the sea of pickup trucks and bad drivers as we drove down the exit lane. As she changed lanes, the weird pink flower decoration Sophia hung off her rearview mirror swayed. We were in Fort Worth, I think. I never really had a good sense of direction, plus I mainly focused on chatting with Sophia and making fun of how perfectly useless her radio was. The dusty black radio was too old to have a built-in Bluetooth, but also was too new to have a cassette player you could plug an adapter into. So we were always at the mercy of the static-filled radio and its top chart tunes. I don't know, what do you feel like eating? I questioned as the car came to a stop at a light and I started to stare down a Labrador who was sitting in the truck bed. I don't know. What do you want to eat? Sophia responded as she deflected the decision back to me like she always did. Ugh, fine, I exclaimed, realizing I wasn't going to get an answer out of her. We could always continue our great quest. Oh yeah, pizza. My brother went to this pizza buffet not too far from here. He said the food was good, but the place looks really shady. Shady pizza it is. What's life without getting shanked for pizza? Sophia let out a laugh as she switched lanes and headed toward the next stop on our little hobby. Something me and Sophia have in common is a deep passion for pizza. We have an unhealthy hook for cheesy slices of flavorful goodness. Years ago, we decided to challenge our love for the godly slices and try out every pizza joint around our university. We had made good progress so far, ordering from the finest holes in the walls and mom and pop restaurants. We would have finished our challenge by now if it hadn't got sidetracked by other things or other people. Pete's Piping Pizzas was located off a empty street in the middle of a small store strip, squished between a tax firm and a pawn shop. The outside of the building was painted like the rest of the strip. The paint looked like someone filled buckets of dirty milk and splashed them all over the walls. The two blacked out windows didn't give me much confidence that this wasn't some type of underground money laundry shop. The only thing in the strip that gave me hope we were going into a pizza buffet and not in certain depths was a giant sign of a generic Italian cartoon tossing a pizza in front of the parking lot. I opened the door and felt like I was about to step into a different dimension. The blacked out windows completely ignored the sunny afternoon going on. We walked in, and the all too familiar smell of our secret love filled my nose. As my nostrils took in the savory smells of the greasy pizza, my eyes tried to make sense of the decor of the building. The first thing that grabbed my attention was all the Walmart Halloween decorations. From the pumpkin and skull streamers to the plastic skeleton next to the register, the buffet certainly had a real spooky thing. Which was strange seeing that it was 2 weeks into November. Sophia paid for us at the register and we grabbed our food. I created a tower of sausage pizza while Sophie stuck with simple cheese pizza. It was clear she was still living the vegetarian life. We slid into one of the black and red booths and began to eat our food. "I can't stop staring at those lamp covers," Sophia said in between a small bite of her pizza. I followed her eyes over to the ceiling and found an absurd display of lights hanging above us. Some of the lights had some generic Italian man, while others had Coke advertisements on them. A few of them looked like they were stolen out of a Catholic church with their multicolored stained glass. "Yeah, honestly, the decorations alone make me want to put this place at the top of our pizza list," I responded as I finished another slice of pizza. "Nah, old school's still the best for me," Sophia said as she glanced over at the old jukebox near the entrance of the buffet. "Why old school?" I questioned. "Because it's really good. Plus, it's the place we shared our first pizza." Sophia grinned before finishing off a slice of pizza. I couldn't help shining a smile with my greasy lips from that. My mind wandered back to 3 years ago to an awkward freshman me in contemporary math. I remember communicating with Sophia through crudely drawn pictures on my iPad instead of actually paying attention in class. One of those pictures was a warped circle cut up like a pizza with a question mark next to it. After I translated what that picture meant to Sophia, we started our wonderful friendship, and I found my pizza-loving partner. It made me so happy that Sophia cherished the memory of us. Sophia returned my big smile with a small grin of her own as she took a sip of her water, but I wanted to see her really smile. "Really, there's a way better reason why old school is the best," I declared as I threw a wry smile at Sophia. "Oh really? What's that?" "It was what we had when we watched that 2-hour video about Garfield, our true god, praise be." I got what I wanted as Sophia let out an uncontrollable laugh that almost made her choke on the water she was swallowing. After that, me and Sophia took a long trip down memory lane. We talked about our 3-mile wander around campus just talking. We laughed about the time Sophia forced me to try spicy fruit. We reminisced about all the frequent trips to the mall we had just to look at stuff we couldn't afford, and how all the employees started recognizing us. The more we talked about our memories, the happier I felt. The longer we spent in that buffet, the more magical it felt. It was like this was a crazy place disconnected from the time, where me and Sophia could just be together. We could just talk and laugh, not worrying about a thing. All of its bizarre decorations and blacked out windows created this space where I felt like I could be myself, a place where I could be free from the sound of my phone ringer going off, followed by long buzzes of my short, stopped my thoughts. It also stopped me and Sophia's conversation as my mood instantly dropped. I knew who was calling me before I looking down at my phone and seeing her name. There used to be a picture of us kissing as her contact photo. I told myself I got rid of the picture because I got annoyed with my friends constantly teasing me about it, but the real reason was to test Liz. I knew it was wrong, but I wanted to see how she would react after seeing it gone. I wanted to see if she even cared about that picture. I still haven't gotten my answer because after 3 weeks she hasn't noticed it gone at all, or she didn't care enough to bring it up. I pressed the decline button, a little too fast, as I opened my phone and scrolled through the 3 unread messages I had from Liz. "Who was that?" Sophia asked curiously, her voice dropping to some concern. My face must have gotten all scrunched up and serious like before. Nothing, it's just Liz." I responded as I skimmed through 3 long paragraphs she texted me about how horrible her day had been because she got a bad grade in her quiz and how she feels like her life is falling apart. Guilt hit me again as I caught myself being more jaded and colder to my own girlfriend. I felt sick with myself as she was heavily hinting for me to go comfort her, but all I wanted to do was stay here, stay in this magical place and forget about her. "Everything okay?" Sophia worryingly questioned after I let silence fill our both for a few seconds. I glanced up and saw her brown eyes stare at me with concern. The smile on her face was gone, which meant I must have been seriously worrying her. My facial expression must have really changed drastically. I took a breath and started to formulate my "everything is fine" line to Sophia, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. Right now, all I can think about was how confused I felt about me and Liz. "No, actually," I finally murmured out as I locked my phone and placed it on the table. "I'm pretty sure I'm an asshole right now." "Why do you think that?" Sophia asked as she cocked her head slightly and lowered her eyebrows in confusion. I felt a part of me want to spring forth with a lie or a half-truth. The part of me that didn't want Sophia to see the truth. After all, she was the one who told me not to rush into things with Liz. It would be an understatement to say that she was right because I felt like a tornado of emotions. I need to talk to someone, and who better than Sophia? "Me and Liz aren't doing okay. No, we're doing bad." What do you mean? I took a pause, my brain still struggling with the idea of trashing my own girlfriend. I didn't know what I was doing. I should be telling Sophia to take me back so I can go comfort Liz. I need to do my job as a good boyfriend, but that wasn't what I wanted to do. Jimmy, you can talk to me. It's okay to talk about it. I'm here for you, always. Sophia reassured as she laid her small hands on my tense hands that were still clenching my phone. I didn't realize how soft and warm Sophia's hands were until now. Well, I feel like we're just drifting apart. 3 more texts from Liz. Looks like she was starting to freak out over me declining her call. I felt my gut take a hard punch from my guilt. Well, you're not going to have the exact same feeling you had in your honeymoon phase, Sophia explained. Yeah, but I feel like this isn't how relationships work. I feel like I've been dating Liz for years when it's barely been 3 months. I'm tired of the conversations that are always about her. I'm sick of how she always goes days without talking to me because she's busy, and then only comes back when she needs a shoulder to cry on. I hate how... I cut myself off when I felt a knot growing in my throat. I couldn't believe I was about to cry over this, but I could feel my eyes beginning to water. I wasn't going to cry in front of Sophia. I already ruined our fun with my stupid relationship. I wasn't going to let her see me cry. I was already unloading a lot on Sophia. I didn't want to burden her more. As I calmed myself down, I felt Sophia squeeze on my hands. I looked up at her, and her eyes instantly met mine. There was so much care in them, way more than I ever seen in Liz's. Tell me, Jimmy, it's okay, Sophia said, her voice so soft and sweet that it started to loosen the knot in my throat. It was weird how she knew exactly what I was thinking. I forgot how close me and Sophia actually were. I hate how Liz can never tell me why she even started dating me, why she kisses me, why she even likes me. I finally admitted as I said something that I had been holding in for so long. Minutes of silence spread between us as we let the background noise of customers eating their cheesy pies fill our booth. Sorry, I kinda killed the mood. I apologized with a pitiful laugh, trying to break the awkwardness I had created. There was a few more seconds of silence before Sophia answered. No, you're fine. Sounds like it's time to break up with Liz. Sophia answered, her face lacking any emotion. Not even her nervous smile could make it on her face. Break up with Liz. It was something I've been thinking about for a while now, but it felt different hearing from someone else. It felt more right. You're right, but I don't think I can, I admitted as I stared down at my phone and saw another missed call from Liz. I must have not felt my phone buzzing. All my hands could feel was Sophia's soft touch. Why is that? It just feels so evil thinking about breaking up with Liz. Liz has a lot of problems going in her life. I don't want to be another one for her. Plus, she already constantly says I'm going to break up with her. I don't want to prove her right. I don't know what she'd do if I did. We'll let the silence fill the air again. Man, this is a pretty crappy situation, I said, breaking the silence with another pathetic laugh, that Sophia politely responded with her own sad giggle. Sophia started saying something, but her words trailed off as my phone started buzzing again. I already knew who it was. So, what do you want to do? Sophia asked after 2 buzzes. I don't know, I answered after another buzz. Should we go back? My mind, or maybe my guilt, immediately wanted to say yes, but my mouth wouldn't form the words. No, I said in a low tone as I felt the final buzz in my hands. I didn't want to go back yet. I didn't want to deal with what was waiting for me back home. I wanted to stay here with Sophia. Even sitting here sad and confused was better than going back. I mean, unless you want to, I corrected myself as I finally worked up the energy to send Liz "I'm sorry for not responding" text that felt so generic and hollow to me. No, I want to hang out with you longer, Sophia admitted. With that, we got up and left the bizarre pizza buffet. We opened the door outside and let the bright sunlight and reality hit us. When Sophia started her dirty car that was being held together by zip ties and prayers from her crash a year ago, her radio immediately started playing one of our favorite songs. It was High Hopes by Panic at the Disco, and we couldn't help but sing at the top of our lungs when the chorus hit. I felt my sadness quickly start to dissolve away as me and Sophia's shouts sung in the car. The radio guys must have enjoyed our little performance because the next song that played was Thanks for the Memories, which blared through Sophia's surprisingly good speakers as we drove around Fort Worth. We both laughed when I mumbled through the first verse and just started to sing the chorus in a high-pitched voice. By the end of that song, I felt my happiness and energy return to me, and I saw a smile on Sophia that looked really pretty. The radio stopped giving its hits, so we turned it off and I started to play our favorite songs on my iPhone. not even caring that I had gotten 2 more texts as I searched for songs. We sang and laughed for who knows how long. I remember just how much I loved being with Sophia, how great it felt to hang out with someone and just have fun, someone I really felt a connection with. I didn't want that feeling to end, but that was impossible. After finishing up Hey There Delilah, Sophia noticed her fuel light turn on, and I noticed that the sun had almost disappeared from the night. We both glanced over at each other and gave each other the same gloomy look. We knew that our day was coming to an end. Sophia pulled her car up to the 7-Eleven gas pump, and she got out to fill up her tank. I joined her in the cold air and the smelly but oddly satisfying scent of gas. We stood there in silence and watched the meter tally up Sophia's total price in gas. We both didn't want to talk about what was going on in our mind. Well, at least I didn't want to talk. I wanted to pretend like I didn't have an overbearing and uncaring girlfriend at home that made me feel guilty because I think she's overbearing and uncaring. I wanted to pretend like I was single again, and the only girl I needed to spend time with was Sophia. Like how it used to be, just the two of us having fun. I didn't know why I had to go and ruin things by getting a girlfriend. If I didn't, me and Sophia could be hanging out like this all the time. I wanted things to be different, but here I was doing nothing about it. The thonk of the gas pump brought me out of my thoughts, and Sophia put the nozzle back and put the cap back on her gas tank. "Guess it's time we head home," Sophia said, her voice sounding a little quieter than usual. Time to go home. Time to go back to the routine of comforting my girlfriend's problems I pretend to care about. Time to endlessly search for some emotion in us I won't find. Time to go back home. "Jimmy?" Sophia blurted out as she turned on the car. Yeah? I responded, a bit thrown off by her random outbursts and loud volume in her voice. Jimmy, you're an amazing guy. You're nice, considerate, funny, and just really cool," Sophia started as she squeezed her steering wheel. "You're not a bad guy. If this relationship isn't working for you, you have to end it. A girlfriend shouldn't make you feel like this, not someone like you," Sophia continued, her words pouring out so fast it looked like she couldn't stop them. Sophia then turned to me and just stared. It wasn't happy or concerned look. It was a stare that made me feel like she meant everything she said. A stare that showed me just how much she cared about me. As she stared, I felt my heart beat a little faster, as I really got a good look at Sophia. Under the lights of this gas station, I noticed how pretty her long, curly black hair that always got in her face was. I saw her black eyeliner really brought out her already beautiful eyes. I saw her cute, small, bare lips as she bit on them out of nervousness. I didn't know just how beautiful Sophia really was. Sorry, I know your relationship's a lot more complex than that." Sophia quickly backpedaled as she turned away from me and faced the steering wheel. No, thank you, Sophia, that really helped," I answered with a big smile, which Sophia returned with her own warming grin. Sophia's words calmed my mind and let me focus on what was really important to me, what I really wanted, and what I really needed to do. "We should head back now," Sophia said as she put her car in drive. "Yeah, I think I'm ready to go home," I said.
I'm too soulful, I'm a prodigy. Living lavish, mama proud of me. Making music, moving like an odyssey. I'm too soulful, I'm a prodigy. Living lavish, mama proud of me. Making music, moving like an odyssey.
Furrowing my brow. Okay, once more into the void, once more into the void, once more into the void. People paying for me. I could feel my cloudy head start. Yeah, that's the right words I'm supposed to use and work and the thing and is a deep passion for his pizza. I'm an English major.